So guys, we just got the trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day, and the trailer is everything I wanted to see this Peter Parker go through. We have amazing visuals, insane hidden details, and a lot of hidden details actually that you guys might have missed, not only to do with the character of Peter Parker and Spider-Man, but also some villains as well. And let me say, we have a couple of villains in this movie, so it's going to be very interesting. Let's hop into this. So firstly, I wanted to say I am very, very impressed with the visuals we got in this trailer. It looks amazing. It looks completely different to what we had with the home trilogies. This does make sense because obviously this is with a new director. This is the director that actually did Shang-Chi, so we should be getting some really, really cool action fight scenes. Because if you've seen Shang-Chi, you know how insane the fight scenes for that is. And we do have some villains that would actually give us some really, really insane fight scenes over here. But over here, in terms of just like the choreography for his swinging as well, it just looks awesome. It just looks absolutely amazing, and I'm really, really looking forward to what we're getting. With like what we're seeing in this trailer alone, everything just looks much better, cinematography wise, visually wise. But also, we do have Peter Parker now hitting rock bottom, and this is what I like. They're kind of doing the opposite of Spider-Man 2, where in Spider-Man 2 it's kind of Spider-Man no more, like Peter Parker loses all of his abilities. But over here, Peter's senses essentially just heightened. This could be because of the fact that Peter Parker is no more in this film, so he's just fully putting his focus onto being Spider-Man and nothing else. Obviously, we do have a time jump, which I am interested to see how they're gonna go about it. But in this time jump, Peter Parker's no more. He is just Spider-Man. He's gonna go through it. Peter Parker's gonna go through it. He's gonna be in his most depressed situation ever, and I cannot wait to see all of it. But essentially, Peter's senses are heightening. He's getting out of control in terms of his abilities, and we do get to see this in various points in this trailer, where not only does Peter like hold his head in one of the shots, like his spider sense is like getting to another level, but also like we do see him pass out. Like we do see that there's something clearly wrong with him. But then the one that gives it away the most is obviously the spider cocoon, where Peter Parker like wakes up, he gets out of this spider cocoon, and he's falling down, and he actually ends up getting organic webs. He does not have a web shooter over there, and you do see in various points in the trailer as well, Peter is using a web shooter in earlier shots, or like you could assume would be earlier on in the film. But then in some shots of the trailer, you do actually see Peter without the web shooters as well. So Peter will be getting organic webs, and this will essentially be like a sign of his senses heightening. And there's that one shot as well where his eyes turn completely black. Now, yes, it could be mind control. There could be another reason behind it. I personally think it's just gonna be all because of the fact that his senses are heightening. So his eyes turn black like a spider, and he's just gonna go all out like that. And it does actually seem like Peter will be going to Bruce Banner for help, and Bruce Banner is the professor in the university over here. And obviously, because of the events of No Way Home, he doesn't know that Peter is Spider-Man, so technically this is the first time they're meeting. And yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see the dynamic between Bruce Banner and Peter. Now, is it gonna be something where Peter's gonna be like, I have a friend that's having this trouble, or is he just gonna flat out just expose his identity so that he gets the help he needs? We do see Peter getting like a body scan in the Spider-Man suit, and the fact that he's getting it in the Spider-Man suit, it could still mean that he's concealing his identity while still going to Banner for help. So it will be interesting to see what they do over here. I am actually looking forward to it. But we could assume that we're going to be getting some sort of Hulk versus Spider-Man as well in this film, because we do have this one shot where, like I said before, it does look like a slingshot, like he's trying to do a slingshot, but it looks too weird to be a slingshot. And you can tell through his reaction that it's clearly something different. So I'm assuming this is like the Hulk just yanking him out. And then that's why he flies all the way, God knows where. That's what I am assuming over here. But it's great to see Bruce Banner back. But we do have some really cool action sequences, and I'm really loving the visuals. Like I said, I know I've said this before, but we do have Peter and Punisher coming across each other, and this is from that set photo that we've seen a couple of months ago, where we're finally seeing Punisher and the tank as well. And Peter's going on this chase, and then he runs into Frank Castle runs over him, and they're just rage baiting each other. I found that absolutely hilarious, and the fact that like Peter just webs him up and then just says like stay away. I found that really, really funny, and I just cannot wait to see the dynamic between the Punisher and Spider-Man in this film. It's going to be something I am really, really looking forward to. Now, we do see Peter having a hard time because of the fact that, he's away from his friends, he's completely alone, and you do see that he does try to still stay close to them as possible without actually being close. We do have that one shot of, Spider-Man and MJ at a rooftop, so Spider-Man does probably save her from something because it is at nighttime as well. And then maybe they do have like some sort of a moment where it could feel awkward, but it will just feel hard for Peter to like he's gonna try and tell them, but he just won't. He's not gonna be able to, and I really want to see this struggle. It's gonna be something really, really interesting, and we do also have them eventually meeting at the end, where he just introduces himself as a neighbor trying to get close to all of the friends. I'm not really the greatest fan of that. I would have rather like limited the screen time of MJ and Ned over here and like give him completely new friends. But who knows, maybe we might get that happen, but it doesn't seem to be the case, and I don't really know how to feel about that. But we'll see. We'll trust the directors and the writers for this one. But yeah, it's gonna be hard because MJ does have a boyfriend as well, and Peter's gonna struggle, just living with that fact as well. Now, we do also have a couple of villains in this film. Now, the ones you most notably notice are Scorpion. Scorpion is returning in this film, and he is suited up, and you do see him have a fighting with Spider-Man. And also, you do see the Hand, which is very evident as well, and they do seem to be a big part. Now, like I said, the director for Shang-Chi, you're going to get the Hand, like a bunch of ninjas fighting Spider-Man. Just imagine the choreography that's going to go into the action sequences. Oh my god, will it cook? Yeah, those two are the most evident villains, and we still don't know who the main villain is gonna be. There are words that it could be Mr. Negative, maybe it could be the Hand, maybe it could be Scorpion, or it could actually be another character that you might have missed, and you do actually see Sadie Sink's character over here, and she will most probably be playing Jean Grey. You do see her very briefly because of like the clothes she's wearing, and it's the exact same clothes that she's been wearing in the set photo, so we do know that this is her. And she does have some sort of like mind control ability. She's mind controlling these like DODC soldiers, and she's just mind controlling various different people, and obviously Spider-Man is teaming up with the DODC to track this person down. Now, like I said, she'll most probably be an ally eventually. It will seem like she's a villain, and then you'll probably get this twist where her identity is revealed and you'll find out her motive. We'll still see who the main villain is. We still don't know. I still think it's Mr. Negative, but let's just see. You never know. But also, you do have like B tier villains over here. You do see Tarantula over here. You do end up seeing Boomerang as well. And I'm guessing those two villains will just be apparent in the sense that you're just gonna see like this quick montage of what Peter did throughout the years, because we do know, like I said, this is a couple of years after No Way Home, and I am expecting us to get at least some sort of a montage to see what happens, and that is when those villains come into play. We do actually have a voiceover of Tombstone as well. Tombstone is the one having that voiceover talking about like the evolution of spiders. So yeah, we do have a couple of villains, and I am really looking forward to seeing all of that. But yeah, overall, this is pretty much it in terms of like the main things we have on this trailer. Overall, I'm very, very impressed with what we got, and I just cannot wait to see more. This is very, very exciting. But yeah, hopefully we do get more promo material soon, and I will see you guys next time. Until then, goodbye.